Affectionately Enough. Let's go. It's become somewhat of a tradition that when we take over the Radio 1 Breakfast show and we hold down those airwaves that we must do our level best to catch up with an old friend of the show. Not that I'm calling you old, Brandon, because that would be completely inaccurate, but an old friend nonetheless. And on the phone right now, we have our good friend, Brandon Flowers. Good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How's it going over there?
Pretty good. So, man, what's happening? How was before we even get talking about 2012? How was 2011 for you as a 12-month process?
It was pretty good. It flew by. As you get older, just the years just seem to go by a lot quicker.
Having children, I think, always does that as well, because you start to live vicariously through their experiences, and therefore, you know, it seems to just make time go by twice as fast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right, Brandon. We have fans all over the world tuning in now who want to know what you guys are up to right now. And, you know, we got to see you on stage again, which was a real treat last year. But as far as 2012 is concerned, they want to know what's the story. What can you tell us, man?
I think there definitely will be a Killers record come out.
Great.
In 2012. It's just whether it's in the summertime or the wintertime, or that's up for debate. So we're just kind of in the factory, you know, working.
Tell us a little bit of what you can tell us about the work up to this date, without asking you to describe songs. How many sort of have you written, and what's the general overall feel of the record just at this point? And we won't hold you to it, but as it stands today.
We wrote a lot of songs, and you know, they weren't completely finished lyrics and things like that. When before, you know, it was like an epiphany every time when a great song happened, because there were so many crappy ones. So now we're kind of just, we know how to get it to a certain level, and it's difficult to know if it's really a 10 or not.
But surely the solution is right in front of you. I mean, you just said it yourself. What you do is you go in and you write a whole bunch of crappy songs, and then the great ones just sound amazing.
Yeah, it's scary, you know. So you're just waiting for lightning to strike. It's hard.
Who are you working with on this record? I mean, are you at a point where you're just writing as a band, or do you have a producer in with you at the moment?
We've already done some recording. We did a little bit with Brendan O'Brien.
Yep.
Now we're sneaking in some time with Steve Lillywhite. And you know, who knows? Maybe record some on our own. Hope Mixer will pull it all together.
make it all make sense. Otherwise, it's 4 EPs coming out in 2012 from the Killers at some point. Coming back together with the guys and just sidestepping that is it good enough dilemma. Were there sort of keywords or feelings that you guys as a band wanted to embrace on this new record that felt like a fresh start? I mean, that's what perspective does for you, doesn't it? Is it brings you back to a clean slate sometimes.
Yeah, we're not so much looking to make some drastic change or throw a curveball. I think the consensus within the band is let's take the things that we've done well and really hone in on that. And you know, we don't want to make Hot Fuss 2 or Samstown 2 or Day and Age 2. You know, but maybe take all of that stuff and the best of all of it, and really do what we know how to do.
More from Brandon coming up after this classic. So, okay, 2012, we're looking to get new music from the Killers, and that, for one, is very exciting. Needless to say that, you know, the atmosphere in the band, I'm sure, is really good, even though you're in the middle of that process. Coming back together must have been really fulfilling for you all.
It's just exciting, getting everybody back in the room and making noise. It's quite a bit louder than it was with my solo thing, so I'm starting to get used to that, and it's been fun. Well,
now, so before I let you go, because it's we really appreciate it as a station, and I'm sure the audience listening, you're taking a bit of time out mid-record to have a chat with us, because I know that it's always a little bit kind of forest and tree scenario when you're in the middle of making an album. But do you have, are you confident in a song title you can give us at this point, just to kind of further connect people to this project and give them a little bit of hope? Is there something out there that you've named that you're pretty confident is going to be a keeper?
Yes. There's one there's no doubt. It's called Battleborn.
Battleborn, and that's one song in particular called Battleborn.
Yes, and it's definitely a pillar of the record.
Nicely said. So, my man, we will be seeing you out here on these shores at some point this year, or is it just studio, and then we'll cross that bridge when you come to it?
Yeah, I think that at some point we'll be heading over there pretty shortly.
You're the worst poker face of anybody I know, which is ironic given that you're from Las Vegas. I can't believe that. Was terrible. Awesome. So the first single is called Battleborn from a forthcoming new album. The band are out here in 3 months. Great. Thank you very much to Brandon Flowers from The Killers. And we will see you further down the line when the record is further taken shape, man. Thanks as always, Brandon.
Thanks, Zane.
This is the Maccabees.